it. What this guy was relying on is the following. This is my speculation, and you can, you can take an angle with it or not. I think this guy was hoping that Bitcoin was going to go to $250,000 and he was going to get away with it, and it didn't. And it ended up, putting him in the situation he is right now for $328 million. This guy's going to be facing, many, many years of prison time. This is not a small little crime that he committed. So for us, if I were to tell you, hey, my guys knew and we investigated this and we knew everything about him and we did, I would apologize. We did not know.
I don't think you're apologizing because you knew. I think you're apologizing for not doing the due diligence that someone of your stature.
I've already told you, Stephen, as a leader, the way I have gotten to where I'm at in my life right now is as a leader, I take responsibility for the decisions we've made, and we have to get better when it comes down to this. So we've made the adjustment ourselves as a company, and we've had many conversations with many of the people. And trust me, it's been a lot of late night calls with a lot of different people as they're going through this. This is not a pretty situation, but there is nothing we could have done on our end. If this would have happened, let's just say this happens a week before the vault, a day before the vault, a month before the vault. We're not even going through with this. But it happened months after the vault. And there wasn't anything that we could have looked at to say this was an issue. Again, remember, the part
I think you could have looked at his pitch deck. Hold on, I just want to go back a second. There's a few things you said. I don't want to go too far without addressing a few. So you said, look, I think he was betting on Bitcoin going up. I mean, that's not true. He was just taking in wires to Coinbase. Well, I'll tell you. I can tell you because I looked into it. So he was just taking in money to Coinbase and just paying out people. All his story about liquidity pools, all that wasn't true. It was just a straight up Ponzi scheme. You said, one thing you said is, look, I'm a leader. I have to own up to my mistakes. Sometimes owning up to your mistakes is just apologizing. Again, it's not a gotcha. I really want to give you the platform because this is the first time you're addressing it to just say, hey, look, I'm not saying that you knew that it was a Ponzi scheme. It was the returns were completely unrealistic. You said that yourself. I mean, if someone can't rely on you to do that due diligence, it's just kind of like you're kind of saying you messed up without saying it, though.
That's an unfair statement to make, but you're doing your part and you're asking me the questions, and I'm giving you my answer, and this is my answer to you.
Right.
Again, if I knew any of this stuff before, of course I have to apologize. If we knew and by the way, what's $1 million? Nothing to us.
So why not commit it though? But why not commit it back to the people who lost money?
Let me make my point. What I mean by this, the $1 million is spent for an event. If we knew a second before the event, this is what's going on, of course we're taking a different position. But we didn't know, Stephen. It's that simple.
So it sounds to me like you're like, hey, look, we spent the money on the event. Too bad, so sad to the people who lost all their money.
That's not what I'm saying. No, I sympathize with everybody. I've lost money.
Okay, this vault conference, the tickets are going. CEO is $17,000. Founder, $9,000. Executive, $3.5. Platinum, and then general for the low price of $400 and it's called CEO. It doesn't literally mean you're a CEO. It just means you sit closer to the stage. So to sit this close and listen to this talk,